Ladies and gentlemen, the next certificate is going to my own brother. And I think they're just two men that came on board. And you can see, even in the next world, I would still like to be a man. I'm telling you guys, I love mommies and love all of you, but it's look at this man here. From the beginning of the training till the end, he never missed a section with his wife. In fact, I can even say his wife maybe missed some, but he never missed one. I want all the parents here, all the mommies, everyone here to really show appreciation to this wonderful willing man. You see, he didn't just allow his wife to be willing, he decided to also wail with the wife. And from the beginning of the training to the end of the training, he never missed anything. I love everybody clapping. Benita is clapping. Come on. Come on. Please celebrate Mr. Emmanuel Nwachukwu. Please help me celebrate Mr. Emmanuel Nwachukwu. Because he's the only man that followed us all through, I'm going to allow him to share his testimony. Okay, and when he shares his testimony, that doubles that of his wife. And that's unique, guys. That's very, very unique. Also, I'm going to pin him up. Right. Don't know why it's not got to multi-pin. Okay, that's it. Him already. Mr. Emmanuel, please share your testimony right away. Come on.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ken Katas, ladies and gentlemen. Let me appreciate each and every one of you on behalf of my wife and myself. My wife could not help rushing out for something very urgent about Welly Women Canada. So I'm speaking her mind and mine at the same time. And yes. Thank you, Dr. Ken Katas, for noticing my gapped tooth and commenting on it. It gave me more confidence, you know.
Beautiful. So oh my God.
I appreciate my gapped tooth.
Your smile can develop cancer inside the hospital. Don't
That's smile. What you said before.
Oh, you can't joke with that, man.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I would say that for me, it's a double victory and double graduation. Double in the sense that we have gone through these 5 weeks of coaching. But more importantly, I'm graduating from intolerance to tolerance about my kids' behaviors. Like Olive and Mercy said, they had to do some form of reparation. I think in December, I think we did the same thing, because I called my son and I had to apologize to him. When we grew up, I had a mother that was like the boss of the house. And my dad was only trying to act up the man, because my dad would easily give up if he's angry with you and wanted to punish you. It's easy to just back off and forget it. But my mom, no way. She will keep that cane in the house. If you committed an offense, in quote, she will reserve that cane. And she'll do everything. She'll be friendly all through the day, send you on errand, talk with you, joke with you. Then by 11 p.m., when everywhere is quiet and everybody has gone to bed, they will say, Osibieba. And a case you thought was over hours ago is being revisited, and the number of lashes that was assigned to you, you collected by 11 p.m. So my dad will not do that. The moment he will boil and talk, but at the tip of his anger, he can just burst out and laugh. And that's where he will leave the case. You are gone. You are free. But no matter how my mom laughed at you, don't take good to bank with that. you will get that cane. So we thought that was the right way to deal with children, that my dad was more softer than my mom and so on. But so when I grew up and became the dad, I didn't want to be the soft dad. I wanted to also be the hard dad that, you'd be afraid of when when you commit an offense. And the victim of that was my first son. I beat him like my mom beat me. I remember when we came to Canada 13 years ago, the ground rule was never sleep outside. Do whatever in the day with your friends, but you must not sleep outside. So the first day my first son slept outside and came around 1 a.m. I waited at the entrance, and immediately I opened the door. I took my belt out of my waist and I was pummeling his back and kicking and slapping. I was, Daddy, I'm sorry. I was screaming that night.
Oh my God.
And that became like the norm, because he would still go out, meet with his friends, and then he punched open a window. He was using the
Basement.
what's it called, a basement. So I saw that, he opened a place from which he sneaked into the house when he came late. So this is why I said it's double victory and double graduation for me, because now he's grown up, he's 27, and my third son is like 5 years younger. And it comes in 3:02 a.m. and I'm just smiling.
Hallelujah.
Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from?
Hallelujah.
From a birthday party. I'm like, thank God for one Dr. Katas, because what I would have done was just at the gate to jump at him. And, so he's done it several times, and I'm just there. Not, why? Because like Dr. Katas said, I took the boundary I set for them and put it on my own self. And each time this thing comes, I say, remember steroids. Remember how those chemicals that you pump into your body when you are angry. And I'll just say, calm down, Emmanuel, calm down, calm down. So for this past 5 weeks, that has been the case. I refuse to get angry. I refuse to, get those steroids into my body. And I'm like, I can't take enough care of them. Lord, please. So each time he's away, I'm praying. And when he comes back, I just go in and get a sleep. But that wasn't me before now. So it's a double graduation for me that I can let things like that go. And I'm seeing that since then, we are communicating more. He was, withdrawn because he was afraid. Each time I talk, he would get so afraid that I know you're going to roast me. So, I now cast my mind back now, and I'm saying, wow, I wish I had this encounter with Dr. Katas earlier. I have a good relationship with my children, but when I go back in history and I saw how I thought I was doing the right thing, I had all the quotations that he has debunked now. Dr. Katas has debunked, because if you misread the Bible, you will kill your children. Because they say, you will beat them and they will not die. All those scriptures, I had them in the back of my mind. And I thought that also those were the scriptures my parents had, or our parents had, in the wrong way rather. So it's a good learning for me is a completely new experience. We communicate better to the point that I called my son. He's in BC, and I said, you know, those days I used to hammer you with, he will laugh because he's a big boy now. I said, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And the mom on her own also called her and said, we are sorry. I didn't know she called her, but I called her. So at different times we have called him because he is the one that got most of the beating. My later children didn't get a lot of the beating because I was in Nigeria shortly. They were here. So the contact I had with my first son, I didn't have it with them. So they escaped all that brutality. But I'm happy I didn't give it to them anyway. So I called my son and I apologized to him. And now we can spend like 30 minutes on phone. My wife was just observing it. He said, you mean you can talk with your first son for so long nowadays? I said, sometimes he will even call me. Before now, I will call him. He will not even pick the phone. He won't call me. I'll say, he's in BC. I'm in Calgary. But we don't talk for like 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And if you call him, he will just see one nasty voice message. And that was all. He won't call you back. But now on his own, he calls me and we talk like friends. He say, my old man, I say, Bobo me. So we talk more like friends now than slave and master, which was the characteristic of a relationship back then. So it's double promotion, double victory for me, double learning for me. And my wife said, let's keep going. Let's register for the second time, even if not for these guys, our grandchildren. Let's store up this knowledge and develop it that you too, you have the knack to teach this kind of thing if you can give it more attention. So maybe I'm going to be a prof in parenting in this new way, the Katas way. So, yeah, so that is my brief testimony that you thought you were doing things the right way, but look how much difference it makes. The relationships are sweeter. The boys are coming back home. They are calling what was not there before because they felt they were too scared. They didn't want to be roasted. They didn't want you to make. You know, when we renewed their Nigerian passport, and we were rushed, give me this. And one day they say, you didn't even ask whether we want the passport. Did you ask me? I said, you mean me ask you? Are you crazy? It's my duty to get you a passport. But now I realize that, yes, by the way, for the 3 years we've got it now, they've not even used it. They're not even thinking of going to Nigeria tomorrow. I think they were right. I was wrong to force them to get a passport that they didn't think they were ready for. So most of these things we force on them, make them believe if you don't go to church today, you're not going to eat. And they are the kind of thing Messi called acidic, Dr. Katas called acidic parenting. So yeah, it's a great learning for me and for my wife. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Sincerely speaking, I don't know. I'm literally weeping inside of me here. If anybody listen to this testimony, outside my wife that's already saying so, please, I want you to type something and just say, sir, I just thank God for people like you. You know, this is huge to me because you know we don't if you understand the value of one person, and you see what you are going through, or what you went through, and where you are today. I am not exaggerating. You have not less than 1 million other parents that are like that in this part of the world. And all they need is just to hear what you hear. And you don't want to imagine how many of those identity of children that has been bastardized, and they are just waiting. You see that? But God is so faithful. And you are not just a daddy, you have to swallow your pride. It's huge. Not many men will not do that. It's huge. Many men will never do that. That shows that the Spirit of God is inside of you. And You see, one thing about is that the things that we do in ignorance, he overlooks. He said the things we did in ignorance, he overlooks it. And now he's commanding us, now that we know the truth, he wants us to put this. I just want to thank God for you, sir.